like, this fucking loser. I thought, man, I bet he's a real dude. Wow.
I saw what I wanted to see, I guess.
All right, welcome to K-Pop The Cork Series 2. Here we go. We're gonna make our first drink for this round. And this time we have a wide assortment of sojus. Most of them are our favorite Jinro brand, except for this one, which I got purely because it is a mushroom on it.
We'll have to find out what that
We're
one's
gonna
about.
wait. We're gonna drink this one later.
Okay.
We're gonna let ourselves build up to it.
Yeah.
So first, though, we're gonna do a concoction of yours.
Yes.
Which is essentially strawberry lemonade.
Yeah.
All right. So our first ingredient is Jinro strawberry soju, and we don't measure stuff here because measuring drinks is for dorks. So here we go. Club, club, club.
Oh my goodness.
Club, club, club.
We're doing this again.
We're doing it again, y'all. Here we go. All right, first bottle open. Now we're gonna grab some
This
country
country
time
time
lemonade. This takes me back. Oh, my God,
absolutely. Every single day after school in middle school, I would come home and I'd make some country time lemonade and eat Wheat Thins and cream cheese and watch Full House.
Did you ever just eat like...
Oh, for sure.
Yes, of course. Okay, so how much do you usually put in here? Just like
I
a
usually make it in a
spoonful?
huge glass, so I would do like a light spoonful for this much because it's pretty sugary, soury.
Is that too much?
I mean, it tastes like it. There's the strawberry soju is very strong. I feel like you probably need something good to cut it with because it's like
Alright.
candy.
I really hope this isn't like I want this to dissolve, you know? I don't want it to be
might not
powdery.
dissolve super great. That is the only rub of the country time
I need
lemonade.
a shaker. I guess that's what I should be doing is making like one drink and then pouring it into two.
Yeah.
I'm not a bartender, okay? I never did that.
Hey, maybe next series we'll get a little bartending kit with proper shot glasses and a shaker or something.
Yeah, one of these days we will upgrade. You have to like fast forward me.
Yeah, we'll make this go fast.
All right. And then we're gonna top it off with some Topo Chico, just to give us some water in that lemonade.
Yeah. And add a little sparkle and fun.
Yeah, we want a little sparkle. All right.
Here we go.
Welcome back to
K-Pop The Cork,
the series where we read your submissions while drinking our favorite drinks.
And this new series is all about biases.
Yes, everyone has a favorite K-pop idol, so we wanted to know all about yours. We asked you to send us who your favorite idol is, what your favorite thing is about them, what your least favorite thing is about them, what you would do with them if you had the afternoon to spend together, and then lastly, we asked for your favorite picture. So this series is going to be a little different from last time because every episode will be focusing on a different question.
Mm-hmm.
So this first one is just going to be who is your bias and what's your favorite thing about them. First things first, though, we gotta try these drinks.
So here's our strawberry lemonade concoction. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, that's delightful, actually.
Right?
Yeah, that's real nice. It cuts through the like syrupiness that I am sure the soju has.
Yeah, it's like a very, very like thick, syrupy, candy, fake strawberry taste. And so I feel like the lemonade helps. And it tastes like a drink from like Sonic or something to me.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right, so let's dive in.
Yeah.
To hear all about your biases.
Also, it's raining here in Los Angeles and there's thunder happening. So apologies if you could hear the thunder in the video. This is very
rare.
uncharacteristic. But all right, let's let's do it. Should I read the first one?
Go right ahead.
All right, this first one is about Changbin from Stray Kids, who is my Stray Kids bias, so great way to start.
Great, love it.
Their favorite thing about him is he's a genuine person who's there to help out the team. He can be serious, down to earth, and meaningful as a person. And despite all of this, he's the fake maknae and the butt of most jokes and takes it all in stride.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's very nice.
The next one is also a Stray Kid, but this one is Lino. He's not afraid to be his weird self. He is the resident butt hunter of Stray Kids and sass master.
Oh, sass
master. He is very sassy. I like Lino as well. He's a very, very funny member of Stray Kids.
This next one is from a patron, and they are writing about Becco from Newest. He's a rascal, and I love him for it. He has a lovely singing voice and an even lovelier smile, and is just a big kid at heart. He's at least 50% himbo, but also clever when he wants to be, which is a nice bonus. Not to mention his hot body and cool tattoos, as rare as it is to see all of them at once. That's a lot to like, I think.
I like the only 50% himbo.
That's a good ratio.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. All right, next up is Bobby from Icon. God, what isn't my favorite thing? He's perfect. He's a great lyricist, a good bro, and most importantly, dumb as hell. I love him. 100% himbo.
100%.
We like them both. We like a range.
All right, this one is about Sulgi from Red Velvet, and they wrote the dichotomy. How she's absolutely ferocious as a dancer on stage, but a clumsy, shy, sweet person off stage.
I like it. I like it.
This next one is about Hoshi from 17. How much of a chaotically loud introvert he is, with hella maknae vibes, being the younger sibling to an older sister.
Chaotically loud introvert.
Loud introvert. That's
Yeah.
a very interesting description.
Yeah. I guess like someone who gets tired of people easily, but like enjoys to be around, has a lot of energy around them. Yeah, interesting. Next up, Shim Changmin of TVXQ. I believe he is a genuinely kind person. Even though his idol persona is sometimes goofy and often disaffected, he cares so much for his friends, for Yuno, and for younger idols. I love when he was the Kingdom host. He took ATEEZ's baby out for dinner and drove him back home. I'm sure he's also a very caring husband and dad. Also, we both hate capitalism.
I fully, wholeheartedly agree with everything in this. I love Changmin for all those reasons too.
Yeah, he checks all the boxes.
This next one is about Heejin from Luna. She seems to be incredible at anything she attempts. A true ace in all aspects of K-pop performance. On top of that, she plays guitar, is an excellent artist, and is absolutely shredded. She planks for 7 minutes at a time like a maniac.
Whoa, that's a really long plank.
Yeah.
That's a very, very long time. Oh my god. All right, next up is Short and Sweet 10 of Wavy and NCT and Super M. Has a strong creative and artistic vision for their work. Very true.
True.
Very true.
Artiste, we always say it. This one is about Wendy from Red Velvet, and it says, I love her goofy and dorky sense of humor. The way her face lights up when she's got a really bad pun and how she smirks. The way she is shameless when she cracks a bad joke or says something totally cringe.
I do love a bad sense of humor. Next up is Bang Chan of Stray Kids. He's a huge source of comfort. He's got long arms that are perfect for hugging. He feels like someone I would genuinely be close friends with if I actually knew him. Even with the filter he has due to his job, he still feels very down to earth, which could just be strong parasocial juice on both ends, but it's fun, so I don't mind.
This one is extra short, maybe the shortest one, about Suho from EXO, and it just says, his voice. It's like a buttery clarinet. His voice has such a beautiful quality. It's just like, great answer.
And talk about bad jokes. All right, this next one is Q from The Boys. He loves creepy stuff. Literally has a Chucky doll he carries around and calls cute. Totally unhinged.
Love it.
Next up is also 10, but they have a different reason. This reason is, I love how much 10 loves his cats. He's such a good, cool performer, and he likes teasing his members, but he's so soft and fluffy with his 2 cats. He is such a cat boy.
Love a cat boy.
That's also one of the things I love about Lino. He loves his cats, and he gets so offended when his members don't remember how many he has.
This one is about Sungkwan from 17, my 17 bias. I love that there's so much commonality in here already. His sense of humor and covering his face when he does something embarrassing.
Aww,
my boo.
Next up is Bomgyu of TXT. All of Shannon's favorites are on here.
You guys know what we're like.
The reason is his younger brother attitude that reminds me of my younger brother, and his longer hair during loser lover era. Yes, that was very good long hair.
This next one is about J-Hope from BTS, and it says, I love his personality. He always presents himself as the cheerful, loud, and energetic member of the group. He chose his stage name because he wanted to spread hope to his fans. He is precious. But even with all this optimism and positivity, he is he has a serious and driven side to him. I love his duality and can relate to him because I often try to be the cheerful mood maker among my peers, but I really do have a serious side.
I like it. Very
Thoughtful.
All right, next we have Key of Shiny. His personality. He is straightforward, honest, and hilarious. There are so many iconic Key moments. I know since you are Shawls, I don't have to convince either of you that this man is an icon.
True.
You need to say nothing else.
More on the Shiny train, we have one about Taemin, and it says, he is such a talented performer and a beast on stage, but off stage, he is an awkward yet mischievous weirdo.
He is
mischievous
definitely
is such a perfect word.
also awkward, mischievous weirdo all together. Like, yes, that is who Taemin is. Next up, we have Tiffany of Girls' Generation. Apart from being extremely beautiful and talented, Tiffany is someone who possesses so much strength. Losing her mom at a young age, moving to Korea by herself at 15 without knowing much Korean, and going through so much to become a beloved member of one of the top girl groups ever. She is so strong and ambitious, and I admire those qualities about her. She is also unashamedly feminine and adores pink. Since leaving SM, she has been able to be a lot more open about her struggles, so she has always been outspoken, especially when it comes to LGBTQ rights. She is also so cheerful, energizing, and you can just tell how much she loves her group and her friends.
That was all very nice. Like, real good at talking up Tiffany. Like, you got accomplishments in there, you got some emotional stuff.
Yeah.
Like, good write-up.
Diehard fan.
This next one is about Chaeyoung from Twice, and it says, tattoos, heart face emoji, and she's so pretty, and I love women.
All good reasons. All right, we got another Key from Shiny, another vote for Key. Intelligence, especially emotional intelligence. In any situation, you can see Key reading everyone in the room. And when he says what no one else is brave enough to say, I love this about him. From the time he spoke about Jong when they won for Don't Call Me, to all the moments when he is making Timmy laugh in the car after a super long workday, you can tell he has the softest heart for the people he loves. It's
so nice.
He's like a cat. Like, he's prickly at first, but then, like, dedicated to the ones he loves.
This next one is about Songhwa from ATEEZ. There are so many beautiful things about Songhwa. He has a kind heart. He is gorgeous inside and out. He's a geek. He's a gentleman. He's sexy. He's funny, etc. I could go on and on. We connect on so many levels.
I'm sure you do. I love the description of someone being a gentleman. Mm-hmm. That's a good one. That's not thrown out there very often.
Jaehyun from NCT. His dimples And the fact that he's a literal Valentine boy born February 14th, 1997.
Oh, and there was something in the water in that year of 1997.
True.
So many hot 97 liners.
True.
Next up, another vote for Timmy. I love the juxtaposition between his ridiculous talent and being a sex god to a goober who has confessed to eating ants in at least 3 public forums. I love this weirdo so much. And again,
Weirdo. Another vote for weirdo.
He is a weirdo.
All right, we've got another Bang Chan one.
Sure.
It's hard to choose just one thing because there are so many things to love about Bang Chan. From his kind and caring leadership to his songwriting talent to his damn fine visuals. But if I had to choose just one thing that is my favorite thing about him, it's that he's shy. Even with so many reasons not to be, his shyness gets my heart every time.
Next up, Younghoon of One We. His voice is super dreamy, and his enthusiasm, although it may be an idle facade, I do believe he has this genuine curiosity and drive to learn more and be better. And energy is just so contagious, and he immediately brightens the room and my life. He seems quite goofy, and sometimes he is, but he's very thoughtful and caring.
I love contagious energy. That's a nice thing to get from a bias.
Absolutely.
All right, this one is about Hoshi from 17, and it starts ... How am I supposed to answer that? I didn't choose him. He chose me.
It's true.
But okay, I'll try. I love how passionate he is, that he's not afraid to put himself out there. I love how affectionate he is and how much 17 means to him. He's such a captivating dancer. Oh my God, he gives such great face. A great singer. He always gives 100%, and he has whiplash-inducing levels of duality.
Very true. Very true. He is a person who will go from, like, tearing off his own clothes to being a ridiculous goofball, like, within the same span of 5 minutes or whatever. Ooh, another one for Songkwan, also 17. His voice. He can convey so many different emotions depending on how he sings, and I especially love when he sings in a lower register. Also, I feel a real kinship with him on a personal level. He's just an all-around great entertainer in any situation, and I really admire that.
Yes, that's why I love him, because he's an entertainer and he's a star. And I agree about the lower voice register thing. I haven't talked about it on the pod yet because I just haven't had a moment to bring it up. But his cover of Harry Styles, As It Was, that's a Spotify exclusive.
Ooh.
So good. Like, I don't really give a shit about Harry Styles, but like, I'll listen to Songkwan sing Harry Styles. It's so nice.
Sure.
He did such a good job. More 17s.
Wow, we're on a roll.
But we have a new one because this time it's about Woozy.
Oh.
His laugh. You can always hear his high-pitched cackle even when all 13 17 members are losing it.
When all 13 17 members.
He also tends to roll on the floor, grab onto other members, and just generally lose the fight against gravity when he finds something really funny. He might seem on the tsundere side at first, but he's really not. And I just love his brain and the music he creates.
Nice. Another Bang Chan.
He's winning the popularity contest.
He's winning. I love so many things about him. There's too many options, from his smile to his dimples to his personality. If I had to choose, though, I love his sincerity. I'm fully aware he is a crafted persona, but I think there are moments where his love for his music and for his fans truly shines through. I love the way he makes every stay feel important.
Wow. This is very interesting that like multiple people who've talked about Bang Chan have said like, I get that he might be totally faking it for us.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like it anyway. Like, that's a nice, like, understanding to have.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I totally get it. Because he does sit in front of those cameras every single night.
Every single day.
Like, listen to music or whatever and just hang out with people.
Yeah.
So I get it.
And he gets, like, trolled a lot because members will be like, oh, if there was an apocalypse, like, what would you do? And they're like, well, Bang Chan would get on and do like, Chan's room and be like, I'll protect you, Stays, or whatever. And, like, I saw this Tumblr poll the other day, because Tumblr has polls now.
Oh, sure.
And there was one that was like, what's the cringiest fan service idols do? And there were all kinds of different things. And one of them was just whatever the fuck Bang Chan is doing.
Yeah, it's its own thing.
It's its own level of fan service, for sure.
All right, this next one is about Mino from SHINee.
Yay!
Our SHINee bias. I love how sweet and kind he is. He's just a true gem. I especially love watching him interact with children. It melts my heart and my uterus.
Ugh, the only man I'd have children with, for real. Just to like watch him play with them. Ugh, dreams. All right, next up, BM from Card. He is super fun, and while he says the wildest things, he seems to genuinely respect and love people. Absolutely. That's 100% himbo right there. We love to see it.
We've got another very long one about Tiffany from Girls' Generation. She's inspiring writers here.
I guess so.
I really admire her resilience, grit, and determination. It's something that I don't feel I personally have a lot of. I feel like I'm very quick to throw in the towel, but life has thrown so much shit at her, and she's taken it and used it to bloom the most beautiful flowers, to complete a weird and clumsy metaphor. The loss of her mother, to suicide as a teen, fuck, how do you ever even get over that? Then to fly to another country all on your own where you don't speak the language, and you have all these health problems, scoliosis, multiple bouts of vocal nodules, but she just kept going, with an eye smile that was all but her trademark. And even when she makes stupid mistakes, like that stupid flag scandal, she apologizes sincerely and really does try to better herself for the criticism and feedback. I don't love her because she's beautiful, even though she is stunning. I don't love her because she has a great voice, and it is beautiful, despite what the haters might say, and has just become more strong and stable since she took on the Roxy Hart role. I love her because she is really, truly someone to look up to, a true idol.
Wow. Did Tiffany's PR company say these are
Tiffany,
quite
call
the
us.
snippets. I love it. All right, next up we have Minhyuk of Monsta X. His personality, I've always thought he was the most handsome Monsta, but I really fell for him watching his Naver Now Vogue ship show. I like to put it on in the background while I work from home. It's like having a very hot, very chatty coworker. Minhyuk is creative, hilarious, kind, and opinionated all at the same time. He loves to joke around, but he can also show his sensitive and serious side. He's assertive and doesn't take shit from anyone, including his own fans. He doesn't need anyone's approval, and his confidence is what makes him so hot. Also his face. He has a great face. He does have a good face.
Yeah. And I love when he argues with people on that show.
Yeah.
It's great.
I love it when he like talks back to Mon Bebe in different ways. I can't think of like specific examples, but I can hear him like yelling at people's like FaceTime call.
All right, this one is about Young K from Day 6. I love how Young K is always looking out for new ways to challenge himself. He has faith in his own abilities and sees the bigger picture, but he also takes delight in small, everyday things and knows how to find the fun. Being a Young K bias is constantly feeling inspired.
Ooh.
To see possibilities for growth in any experience and to know that I can achieve great things if I believe in myself and put in the work. He also has a knack for making fans feel cared for. He's a loving presence in my life, and I feel so lucky to have found him.
Wow.
That's really nice.
That sounds like you know him for real.
This one is about Woo Young from 80s. My favorite thing about Woo Young is his personality. He's so sweet, passionate, and funny. People call him loud and annoying, but he's just not afraid to express himself, and I think that's wonderful.
Sure. People call me loud and annoying too. It's all right. All right, yeah, another Bang Chan. I think this might be our last one. I think he only got submitted 4 times. The fact that he feels familiar and relatable. He could have been my childhood best friend. A big factor is probably that he grew up with Western norms and culture surrounding him the first 13 years of his life, which aligns with my own upbringing. Oh, it's a very personal
Insightful.
connection. I like it. Next up, Utah of NCT. He seems to truly enjoy and thrive off learning new cultures and different perspectives. He learned Korean very fast as a trainee and made a constant effort to travel around Seoul. The members always say he knows Seoul a lot better than most Koreans. He's very aware of Japan's war crimes and present problems with nationalism. His personal aesthetic is a mesmerizing mix of embracing masculinity and femininity.
Wow. It's a lot of
Lofty
deep
things.
reasonings.
Yeah.
Mm.
Next up, Nyan of Twice, my angel. She's so talented and nice, and even though she eats up all the lines of the songs, I think she deserves it. I agree.
Great. This one is about Jinsol from Luna. She's very goofy, playing silly jokes, saying cringy things to upset her members, and so on. And nerdy in an endearing way. She plays with Lego and builds Gundam models. Also, her expressions are legendary. Oh, so we have a spill?
Just a little bit. Next up, another 17. We're going to have all 13, 17 members. This one is Joshua. I am a sucker for sweet boys, and Joshua is the sweetest but sexy perfect boyfriend material. He speaks English, so there's no language barrier. He loves his members and lets them shine. He laughs at their jokes and funny antics, which is important to me because I consider myself fairly funny, and he needs to laugh at my jokes.
Great.
It's so logical. I love it.
Yeah. All right, this one is about Dio from EXO, and it says 100% his voice. I love listening to him sing, and the fact that he can do it in multiple languages, I can't.
Fair.
So far, the only 2 EXOs on the list because of their voices. I mean, we stand vocal kings.
We sure do.
I wore my EXO sweatshirt for this because my EXO bias is right here, so
Yeah.
it seemed appropriate.
Absolutely. All right. Oh no!
Just for you.
It's Chanyeol. What a mean thing to ask, this person writes. Okay, so I know Angelica really loves Chanyeol, yes. And she always complains about his slutty side. I mean, it's not a complaint. But I'm a complete puddle of goo on the floor for his softness. He's such a sweetheart and the biggest dork, thinking he can achieve everything and compete with everyone while he's just a little dipshit. Words cannot describe how much I love this stupid ass man. I love that all Chanyeol biases are just like, this fucking loser. Like, God damn it, I love him. Like, who's that idiot? He's my idiot. I feel really seen right now. Thank you.
Good. This one is about Mingyu from 17. He is often portrayed as the biggest himbo. Tall, utterly handsome, nice, and clumsy. And I mean, he is. But he's incredibly smart. He likes games where he has to use his mind and has the most amazing witty comebacks and wordplay jokes. Him being disguised as a himbo while he's actually the person that everyone in 17 wants to have as their partner when it comes to games where you have to use your brain is incredibly sexy to me. And he's so humble and nice about it. He doesn't necessarily flex that he's one of the smartest.
He does play up the himbo stereotype, I think.
For sure.
Next up, another EXO. This time it's Kai. Here's a belated K-pop confession. When I first saw Kai in a Love Shop performance, yes, in that suit, please look forward to the picture, I thought, man, I bet he's a real douche. He seemed so cocky, but boy was I wrong. He's just the sweetest puppy. I love that about him, how his stage persona is so different from the lovable, excitable dork we get to see in other situations.
That's very cute. I totally get that. Yeah, he has such a cocky stage face that I could totally see like, oh, that's the worst person you'd never want to talk to.
And then he gets off stage and he's so adorable. Yeah, we love the duality.
All right, this one is about Sangyeon from the boys leader. I love how he's gently protective of his boys. He's the youngest in his own family, but he's definitely adopted them all as younger brothers and looks out for them.
Aww.
That's very nice. He
His
does have a
boys.
lot of responsibility, a lot of boys to look after.
Oh, another boys member. This time it's Hyunjae.
My boys bias.
Yes. My secret favorite thing is how he's always the one you see going to comfort someone who's crying. He doesn't say much, just lets them know he's there.
His silence is the thing I love about him. He's a strong, silent type, and I like that.
That's what I love about Seonyu. He's a man of few words.
This is about Lee Junho, which is 2 p.m. Junho.
Yes,
I'm
it
pretty
is.
sure. Okay. That freaking smile. The way his eyes squint and the corner of his lips curl up, I am putty in his hands.
Girl, me too. Next up, an old school one, Unjiwon from Sechki's.
I love this guy.
He has been consistently working since the 90s, is incredibly charming, is an absolute cutie when he chooses to be, also an absolute cutie when he chooses to be grumpy, is the leader of still active first-gen group Sechki's, has narrowly avoided having to go to the moon, couldn't avoid Iceland though, and is a master at negotiating with the PDs of any given variety program. He's very sweet, but doesn't want you to know it.
Wow. Yeah. I feel like, I'm only familiar with him as his character in Reply 1997, but he is the same way in that show. He's like the cool, silent one, but he does all of the sweetest things for his girlfriend, but like doesn't want the like attention for it. He's adorable. I love this one. All right, we've got another Taemin.
Love it.
His duality. His stage persona is electric, slutty, sharp, and dynamic.
Sultry.
I saw what I wanted to see, I guess.
Both adjectives work, I think.
Electric, sultry, sharp, and dynamic. And yet, he is a sensitive softie who is silly and, quote, adorable.
He is adorable.
Oh, it's in quotes because he says adorable in
Yeah.
that funny way. I got it.
Adorable.
Next up, Hyungjun from Gravity. Hyungjun is the absolute epitome of adorable meets ridiculous. He once made me cry. I was so overwhelmed by how cute he is, but also he's a very funny person, both just by existing and when he's trying.
Aww.
Love an effortlessly funny person.
This next one is about Sana from Twice. Sana has a very bubbly and energetic personality that she works very hard to maintain. Her energy can light up a room, and her caring nature can fill you with warmth on the coldest of nights.
Wow!
Poetry.
That's so sweet.
All right, we have another vote for EXO Suho. Man is a real-life Disney prince with a little sass and manners that could save a war.
Wow, manners that could save a war. That's a phrase I've never heard
Yeah.
before. We're keeping the EXO train rolling.
All right, are we going to get everyone checked off? I hope so.
We're going to get
I'll
most
put-
of them.
I'll put check marks
Next
on my
up
shirt.
is Sehun. Have you seen the clips of him with the translator when he did the game broadcast thing? Once with Baekhyun and once with Chanyeol. Him constantly teasing the translator is the absolute best. He's either teasing the shit out of her or flirting with her by complimenting her dress. One time they had a serious talk about how she was married,
Oh my God, I
and it took
remember
him
this.
so much by surprise that the atmosphere got a little uncomfortable and Chanyeol had to carry the convo and switch it up a bit.
Idols freak out when you tell them you're married.
They
I
do.
know that
We
for a
know
fact
that
now.
firsthand.
Speaking of marriage and EXO, Chen is next.
Wow, what a perfect segue.
I know,
that was.
Survived the huge backlash when he got married and had his first child to come back with an I don't care, I'm still gonna be an idol attitude. And oh yeah, by the way, I have a second child as well, bye. Also, the great extent in which the corners of his mouth go up instead of down. Also his curly hair. Favorite vocals out of the group.
I do love Chen's curly hair. Chen's curly hair got me, for sure.
It's not on this one. I couldn't remember if this was a curly
No,
hair Chen. It's not.
It's not. But he did have like extensions in the Monster video, which I also really liked. All right, another EXO. Now it's Baekhyun. There he is.
There he is. See, nobody said Lay.
No, nobody said Lay.
Nobody said Baekhyun. Or wait, this
we
is
just got
Baekhyun.
Baekhyun. No one has said
Schumann.
Schumann yet. Oh, who's this? Oh, that's Sehun. Oh, whoa, he looks different. All right. Anyway, we're talking about Baekhyun now.
Baekhyun now.
I have yet to figure him out. You never know what to expect, and it's sexy. Also, you could blindfold me and put a live a cappella version and a CD version on, and I wouldn't know which is which.
Truth.
That's true. That is
Truth.
true. Another EXO!
I really do wonder if this is the same person just trying to get all
Every
the love spread
single-
around, or if it just came out this way. So this one is about Dio, and they said that he managed to be an idol and still be such a person. He feels like he would easily survive and thrive as a man living on his own.
I think he is a man living on his own.
Yeah.
I would be very surprised if Dio lived with anyone. He seems like an I live alone kind of guy. Wow, okay, and here we go. Schumann, rounding it out. We got all of the Korean members.
Yeah.
He seems really happy-go-lucky, content with his idol life.
True.
Yeah, well, he's got his wife and 4 kids in the basement.
Exactly.
He has it all.
All right, this one is about Eve from Luna. She's beautiful. She's an excellent, crisp dancer. She sings beautifully. She's thoughtful, well-spoken, and funny. Just a lot of superlatives right there.
Ooh, another one for Hyunjae of The Boys. Hyunjae's monster fan cam from the show Kingdom remains the only fan cam I have watched all the way through, not to mention multiple times. I have one compound word to leave you with: body rolls.
I love the way this one was written, the suspense.
Body rolls.
All right, this one is about DK from 17.
DK, my first 17 bias.
His smile. It makes me melt every time.
It lights up the world.
I'm pretty sure that my brain has rewired itself that when I just see DK smile, even if I'm having the worst day ever, he somehow makes it so much better just by smiling. I saw a very cute clip the other day of DK. I don't know what show it was from because I didn't see the whole thing. It was just a clip on TikTok. But he was surprising a fan. Like, he was waiting in a car by the street, and the fan was walking by thinking she was meeting her friend at the end of the road, but then he, like, rolled down the window and called her name. And she just breaks down and falls on the sidewalk and is, like, so upset. And he has to get out of the car and help her. But she says that she was having the worst day ever.
Oh,
And, like, he fixed it.
that's so sweet. I have a little gif of him saved that is just, like, him going like this and then... And it's so cute because his eyes do the perfect little smile and his teeth are so white and his smile is so big. I love DK's smile.
Yeah. Great.
It's a good one.
Well, those are all of our favorite things.
We did
It was so many. And you guys all had such lovely, nice things to say about your biases. This is a great start.
Yeah, I love it.
So tune in next week for the next part of this, where we're going to hear what all of y'all's least favorite thing about these people is. And I'm very excited to see what you have to say, because you had such beautiful words for this part.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought it was kind of funny when I like first put the call out for these submissions, because some people were like, what least favorite thing? Like, I love everything about them. And I was like, well, first of all, you can just say that you love everything about them and you don't have a least favorite.
Yeah.
But second of all, what do you mean you don't have a least favorite thing about your bias? Like, I can name you like 5 different things of every single one of my biases that drives me crazy. Even about Mino, whom I love very dearly.
Yeah,
I don't like this and this and
he
this.
has it.
Like, it happens. People are people.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to see the darkness.
Yes, absolutely.
So we'll be back next week with your darkness.
On K-Pop the Cork!